When I was a young Karen girl growing up in Myanmar, there was a small forest near my grandparents' land called Yoe Puu Bwa Hye. My older sister used to tell me that the forest was haunted by spirits or ghosts, and she always warned me not to go there alone. Even though it was a small forest, it was rich with wild vegetables and fruits that grew naturally. Whenever we had nothing to cook, we could always find something to eat in Yoe Puu Bwa Hye. Although my sister often told me scary stories about ghosts, I never personally experienced anything supernatural there. But one evening, while I was walking home alone from my father's farm, I had an unforgettable experience. To reach our house, I had to pass through Yoe Puu Bwa Hye. There was only a narrow path, and because of the thick trees and bush, it always felt darker inside, even though the sun had not yet set. I was a little scared, but tried to be brave. As I walked along the path, I noticed a large bush shaped almost like a roof. When I looked underneath it, I was shocked not by a ghost, but by something even more frightening. There, coiled silently under the bush, was the biggest snake I had ever seen in my life. It was so huge that I thought maybe it had just eaten something large and could not move. I stood frozen for a moment, unsure if I should pass. My heart was pounding, but since the snake stayed still, I gathered my courage, ran quickly past the bush, and hurried home, exhausted and terrified. When I reached home, I told my brother and our neighbors what I had seen. They followed me back to the forest, but I was too afraid to go close, so I watched from a distance. The men killed the snake, and later I heard that my neighbor's uncle cooked the meat and gave it to his dogs. That day remains one of my scariest childhood memories. I will never forget the fear of seeing such a huge snake in the forest that had always been surrounded by stories of ghosts. For me, as a little Karen girl from Myanmar, Yoe Puu Bwa Hye will always be remembered as a place of both food and fear.